right, hello, welcome to 30 minutes of kettlebell core. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Short, sweet, and simple. We're just gonna keep it to a few moves today. Work the core in some different ways, different movements maybe, some new, some not new. And yeah, so let's get started. We're gonna go onto our side, open book stretch. We're gonna warm up our spine and make sure we're nice and adjusted before we get going. So come on down. Top knee is gonna be up into your chest or about 90 degrees, so really your hip. Just make sure it's straight out there. And relax the head down. We'll do 3 big reaches. We wanna get our shoulder to the ground behind us. Take it forward, and another big reach. And one more, reaching forward, and roll open. Let's turn over and do the other side. Top leg's gonna come up, and reaching up and over. Shoulder as close to the ground as we can get it. Let's do one more. Reach and open. Now let's roll it all the way over onto our belly. Push up and back into quadruped position. Let's take a little cat-cow. Inhaling, pushing our hands and knees away from each other. Tuck the head, stretch the muscles on the back. Exhale, pull the hands and knees towards each other. Looking up for our cow. Let's come to neutral, and we're going to start with a scapular push-up. Spine in neutral, knees under hips, hands under shoulders. And keeping that spine neutral, squeeze your shoulders all the way together and then push the floor away, separating your shoulder blades. So I'm not doing the full arch of the cat-cow. I want to keep that spine neutral. And we'll do 10 times. Exhale, push and squeeze. 2, 3, 4. We're also keeping our elbows straight. Halfway, and last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now stay hands and knees on the ground. We're going to do a closed chain shoulder car, so that articulated range of motion. What we want to do is, so we've gone up and down, now we're going to add our depression and elevation. So imagine you're doing a shoulder roll, right, where your arms are hanging free, but this time our hands are on the ground. Start by moving your shoulders up to your ears, and then we're going to squeeze them all the way back. Keep them squeezed together, slide them down away from your ears. Now push away, keeping them low. Now stay pushing away, back up to shrug. Squeeze them back, pull them down, push away, and slide up. Another way you can think about it is if you think about moving your rib cage in a circle while your shoulders stay still. Now let's see if we can switch to the direction of our circle. So forward, down, back. Take your time so that you can really feel all the directions of movement here in this shoulder blade, or both shoulder blades. Let's do one more circle. And then we can bring it up. Just want to roll those those shoulders out, shake your hands out, and we're gonna push back now into a downward dog. So dig those toes in, push up and back, walk out the heels, and we're gonna give ourselves some ankle reaches. So reach your arm across to the opposite ankle and switch. Really want to push back through that other hand. So one more each side. And see if you can bring it up into a plank and lower down to the floor, nice and slow. All right, from here, let's bring our kettlebell. It's time to get that guy out, and we're gonna put it right in front of us. We're gonna start with a plank. We're gonna plank right behind our kettlebell. We're gonna tap our kettlebell, alternating left and right side. So just like this, tap and tap, all right? Best way I find to set up for that plank is to start in your quadruped and lift one leg out at a time. I'll go through that process with you. We're gonna do 30 seconds, so let's set up, and I'll start that timer. You can go into your quadruped. This is a great place. I like to start here because I can get my spine aligned. Maybe I need to do a cat-cow, find my neutral spine. Shoulders are loaded appropriately over the middle of the hand. And then you're gonna reach back one leg, hold that core, and the other leg. And let's tap that kettlebell. We'll keep our core nice and tight. Try not to wiggle side to side. Keep my knees soft, digging my big toe. Both sides into the ground. Last 10 seconds. Tap that kettlebell. And we can bring it down. Quick rest here. 15 seconds. We're gonna do 2 more. We're gonna try a little fun one where we go onto our side. Let's get set up again. Let's get ready. Go ahead, tap that bell, one hand and then the other. Last 10 seconds, keep tapping your bell. Tap and tap. Take those knees down, quick rest. Take these socks off. So one more set here. Let's get set up. And tap away. Almost there, we got 10 seconds. Keep tapping, keep tapping. And knees down. All right, so let's move the kettlebell now a little bit closer in, and we're gonna move it to the side. We're gonna be doing a side plank where our back is to the kettlebell. We're gonna pull it through, change sides, pull it through the other way. So I'll show you how. So side plank, we're gonna go from the elbows, stagger the feet so your top leg is in front. All right, second set of our side plank pull through. Just come onto the side, stagger those feet, lift the hips up, and pull it on through. Down to the elbows, switch sides. Last 10 seconds. We're gonna do one more set. All right, last set here. Side plank, set up, hips up, and drag. Last 10 seconds. Down to a rest. We're going to move into our next superset. But I apologize. You just need to, oh, yay! Okay, it looks like the stream is going again. Perfect. Okay. So, I don't know if my internet just dropped and it picked up again. I'm sorry if there's a lapse in this class. Maybe I'll run it again or just do a recording and throw it up. So sorry, my internet's being really weird today. I don't know what's going on. Let's move on. We're going to be doing kettlebell dead bugs. We've got single leg and a double leg edition for this one. We're going to follow it up with a front rack windmill. So for this one, we're not going to be holding it overhead. We're going to have it down on our shoulders. So if you want to try a little bit of a heavier weight to challenge that windmill, this would be a good opportunity to do so. Since we're doing half kneeling, one knee is going to be on the ground. So if you have something, a blanket that you want to put underneath your knee, I would go ahead, pull that out. For this dead bug, we're just going to be loading up onto our hands, that kettlebell, straight up overhead, and I'm going to give you the option of holding the kettlebell overhead. You can either do a single leg, reaching one leg out at a time, which you can do bent, or straighten, which is going to be harder. And then on our last round, I'm going to go ahead, we're going to be doing double, but if you want to keep it to your single, keep it to your single. That's all up to you, okay? You want to choose your level that you're doing sufficiently at. We don't want to do hard things poorly. We want to do everything really well. So kettlebells up, and we're going to load, keeping our core nice and flat to the spine, or core nice and flat to the floor. Reach that leg out straight and back in. I like to inhale, reach. Keep the core flat to the floor. I don't want the back to lift up. Also want to make sure that my knee stays right over my hips. I don't want to be pulling my opposite leg in reflexively. Excellent. Let's bring that in. Now come over to our cushion. We're going to load up that half kneeling position. So if I have the kettlebell racked up here on my left side, I'm going to put my left foot forward. I'm going to come down. We're just going to keep this loaded on the side. We're going to come down, slide your hips over. This kettlebell's resting on my shoulder. It's part of my torso. I'm using it as an extra load. Then shoot those hips back under. Nice tight core, using those obliques to come up straight. So we're going to do 8 on each side, reaching down. I like to inhale and exhale. You're going to slightly turn your torso to the ceiling as you reach down. And 4, 5, 3 more, and 2, and last 1, and up. Let's bring it down, switching sides, load it up in that front rack, and we're going to come all the way down, shoot those hips over, use a nice strong oblique to come up. Notice I'm not rounding through my spine, keeping my spine, my core in a straight line. And 3, 4, 5, and 2 more. last one. All right, let's bring those kettlebells down, set up for our next set of those dead bugs, and again, windmill. Take about 20 seconds, and we're gonna do 2 more sets of each of those exercises. Sorry, now I'm OCD and I really wanna make sure the stream is still doing healthy. Excellent, good. All right, let's get in for another round of those dead bugs. Load up your kettlebell overhead and core nice and tight to the mat. You can do one leg, either bent or straight. Push your shoulders down to the ground. It's not about how many here, we're just doing time under tension. So keeping our core nice and tight. Let's bring the kettlebell in. We're gonna go for another round of windmills. Set up in that half kneeling position with your racked weight, 8 each side. So let's take it down and up. Drive from the hips. Hips are gonna go out to the side. Use your hips to push back under. We're gonna do the last 4, 3, 2, and last one. Bring it down, let's switch those sides. And over. Halfway, last 4. And 2. And 1. Kettlebells down, enjoy your quick break. We're gonna do one last set of those 2 now. If you wanna do on this last time, a double leg dead bug, go for it. We can do it together. Get those kettlebells up. Back nice and aligned, shoulders push to the ground. Now squeeze, reach those legs out and in, only as far as you can go, keeping your back solid to the floor. All right, last windmills. Half kneeling position. And 8 times, reaching down to the floor. Shoot those hips to the side. And last 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. Excellent. Time to switch those sides. Last time here. 8 windmills strong. Good. And 2, 3, 4, and last 4. One more, reach and up. Great job. We're gonna take it back down to the mat. We're gonna do some pullovers for 10, and then we're gonna finish with a frog pump for 20. What are those, you might ask? Well, don't worry, I'm gonna show you. Pullover is just reaching up overhead. We're not gonna do with our dead bug legs. This time, feet are gonna be on the ground. So maybe you're used to this where we have our kettlebell in our hands. We do our dead bugs with our arms. So we're just gonna do strictly this portion. I want you to focus on using not the muscles in the chest and your upper neck and shoulders. Try to use the muscles that are underneath your armpits and along your sides. As you're reaching up overhead, we're gonna feel a nice stretch in these muscles here, and then we're gonna squeeze down. Again, only reach as far overhead as you're comfortable with, no pain, okay? It's not no pain, no gain. It's no pain, no pain, okay? So we're not gonna take it to the pain place if overhead movement is bothering us, okay? Only as far as we can go. Think about packing your shoulders underneath your ears, keeping them away from your ears. We're gonna do 10 reps. I like to hold my kettlebell by the horns with my palms wrapped around the ball. So I've got thumb, finger around the horns here, my index and my thumb, and then my palms are grasping the ball. We're gonna keep our core engaged just like a dead bug. Inhale, reach. Think about loading the muscles, stretching, and exhale, push. 2, keep your core tight. And 3, we don't want the back to lift off. 4, and 5. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and then instead of putting the kettlebell down on the ground, let's take it all the way, rest it gently on your hips. You're gonna take your feet so that you're pressing your feet together, and then we're gonna lift this kettlebell up off the ground. Press your feet together, squeeze and lift. We're gonna do 20, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and last 10. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now the kettlebell can go to the side. We're going to take a 20-second rest and do 2 more rounds of these pullovers and frog pumps. And for continuity's sake, I'm going to be checking if the stream is still running, and it is. All right, good. Looks like a majority of this class has gone well. Ready for our last set. I don't know what I'm saying. Second set, we still have 1 more set. Don't get too excited because I'm mixed up. Let's do it. 30 seconds. I'm just saying nonsense at this point. The internet has thrown me off so much, it being down and then coming back. We're not doing 30 seconds. We're doing 10 reps and then we're doing 20 reps. We have 2 more rounds. Don't listen to anything else I say because it's probably going to be nonsense. Load up that kettlebell, keep your core tight, and we're gonna do 10. Sweet and simple. Reach and push down. 2, 3, 4, 5, and last 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it down to the hips, feet together, and 20 frog pumps. 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Kettlebells to the side, 20 seconds of rest, 1 last round, and then we're done our workout. Hopefully the first part all went through. If part of it is missed, up, last set, straight legs up,